The following program contains adult language, poor taste in jokes, racial slurs, political slurs, slants, and all sorts of things that if you are sensitive and have a delicate constitution, you should probably go watch Teletubbies. You were warned.
Hey kids, welcome back to Roto Talk.
Welcome back. It's been a while. What day is it? Tuesday. Beautiful day. Fall is in the air. It's coming, which, you know, I'm not opposed to. I'm going to run boats as long as there's water and it's not frozen. So I still have a month or 2 or 3 left. Let's see, what is October, November? Yeah, something like that. So I still owe you a Chuck and Chat number 2 on the Backlash, the Silver Backlash hydroplane. I just haven't gotten around to putting the turn fin on yet and getting a new turn fin on that. Just been busy. And honestly, today I'm just in the mood to run my favorite skiff. Now, I have 2 skiffs. This is the Insane skiff, fiberglass skiff out of Florida, I believe. Insane hulls. I'll put a link to their stuff in the description. Really, really good stuff. I've had a few of their. I've had the Nitro Tunnel. I've had the Skiff, and I think I've had a gas hydro as well. I also have, as far as skiffs goes, the Liberty, the one from RBK in Holland, Michigan. Woo! The Netherlands, the wooden kit we built online. And I also had the Rico skiff. The Rico skiff, and here's a picture of it, was the Captain Kidd. I probably did videos on it. I loved that boat. I did sell it. Right after I built the RKB or RBK, whatever, the wood one, just because 3 skiffs. A skiff's a skiff, honestly. The wood one I built is probably my least favorite. It's good. It's a good kit. It's really soft wood, whatever. But it runs good. I need to put trim tabs on it yet, but yeah, it's decent. But between the Insane and the Rico, I think I probably like the Rico a smidge better, just because of the way that these were cut. But other than that, almost the exact same boat. The Rico also had, I wish I had it here to show you. I hold my hatches on with magnets with these. The Rico had wood rails, 5-inch rails, and a wood floor where the rails meet, which I thought was nice. Real thick, strong stuff. So, got our driver, Jason, on here. The reason I sold the Rico instead of this one is this one's just beat up. This one originally I bought, this is the Insane, I bought in blue, I believe. And here's a picture of it original. Then my buddy and I were running, and he crashed his Rico Mono into this and destroyed this and destroyed some other stuff. So I took it out. You can still see here some of the original color. And I fixed it. I rebuilt all of this, rebuilt some parts here, and I repainted it and redecaled it, and it's good as new. It's fine. I mean, but I sold the Rico because it was in better shape. And the person I sold it to, I wanted him to have a really nice boat. I'd hardly run it. This one's beat up. But I do love it. I love it, love it, love it. So let's get on with it. Stock Zenoa 30cc. Belt start. Got pulley belt here. And a pull starter also on this. So as usual, you know, for the first fire up, I'll use an electric starter. And then all the times after that, I will run the pull start if it's hot. Why not? Let's see, I did grease the shaft, stock Zen, direct drive, zip throttle, which I always run. I did heat wrap the header, don't know why. Yeah, nothing much. Standard old JJ Roto Geek radio box, no switch. I've abandoned switches. You can see the switch is still in here, but it is not connected to anything. I literally hook up the battery and just tape the thing down, and that's it. When I'm done running, I untape it and disconnect the battery. I'm not fucking around with switches anymore. And some of the boats I do put that little plug in that we did a video on for a switch, but even then I'm not messing with it. This one actually comes from the river days in Ohio when I used to run on that shitty, nasty river. And we had major problems out there with cottonwood trees. And they leave this cotton. We have them out here too, but out there you'd have cottonwood on the river for like a week or two, and that shit would get so jammed up your rudders intakes for the cooling, it would blow your engines up. So on a lot of the boats that I built back then, I actually put in a bottom water intake that goes to the bottom of the boat. So I'm still using one off the rudder, but I'm also, let's see, clear one. In this case, the clear one's going to the header. But usually what I would do on the river, I would take the bottom one and go to the head, because the bottom wouldn't get, we didn't have any weeds in the river, so the bottom one would be fine. It wouldn't get cottonwoods in it, usually. My buddy blew up an engine with the cottonwood stuff, so anyway, that's that. I don't do those anymore, because it's almost counterproductive living here because I have weeds, and you're more apt to get weeds, but, yeah, I digress. Using the fuel bag, everything's the typical me setup here. Nothing fancy. We do have trim tabs on this guy, a little bit of positive strut. I like these to run really, really crazy wild. Skiffs are my favorite RC boat. They just haul. I've got a lot of boats. I've run every style of boat there is, I think, as far as hydros, thunder boats, yada yada yadas. And this for sport running, for just an absolute blast of a time. I love skiffs. They are my favorites. If I had to get rid of every single boat and keep one, it would be a skiff. Now this one, like I said, is beat. The skiffs are fairly large. It doesn't maybe look like it in the video, but that's my workbench. It's a pretty big boat. This one, since it was beat anyway, and I'm probably going to retire it maybe this season. I want to try the who's that guy with the crap. I'll put the picture. Rattlesnake, is it? Anyway, I'll put a link in the description of the next skiff I'm going to build or do. It's fiberglass. Probably never building a wood one again. Just and anyway, I'm going to do this hull next, and this one will just get retired at some point. But knowing that, I actually put in bowling ball holes to launch it. I'll just literally, I have strong fingers from playing guitar. I'll just literally launch it like that. It's fine, whatever. Magnets for the hatches and all that good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get this baby ready, and I'll meet you down at the water. Bye. Right, we are down. So, yeah, just thinking. Probably going to be the last season for this boat, this hull. I mean, like I said, it's just beat. I don't really feel like fixing it back up. It's not in bad shape. It doesn't leak or anything. But, she's served me well. I've had this hull since I lived in Ohio. So what's that? 4 years? At least. Okay. So yeah, it's time to go. I love it. I'll do a maze too. Maze Seafood, where my company's headquarters are in Maryland, in Frederick, Maryland. There's a seafood restaurant I absolutely adore. Fucking love it. So, I warmed this thing up there. Now you can see this thing has an extreme, very fast turning. I'm not using any expo or anything. So we're going to go ahead and just chuck and chat it. Run it. Okay, should fire right up. Maybe. Uh-oh, lost my camera. Well, I guess I didn't have her warm enough. It's alright. Fired her up on the bench for a hot second. The thing I liked about the Rico better than this one was this hatch was a little farther back, I think, or this something, and it was easier to do the pull start. You can see the pulls right below this. Not my favorite. The other thing, and I might get bashed for saying this, I think Insane as a company, he makes great boats, great hulls. I've had 3 or 4 of them. 1 or 2 were new, and I think maybe this is the only new one, but I've had like used ones. Great boats, but their shipping's obnoxious, at least to fucking Indiana. It's only in Florida. I ship guitars every week, which are a lot more expensive and bigger, or a lot heavier, I should say, and bigger, and it doesn't cost nearly what they charge for shipping. So that's one of the reasons I avoid Insane. But if you're closer to Florida, maybe it's cheaper. So let's fire it up, see what we get. But good boats, though. Good boats. Maybe they have to do it that way. I don't know. Shipping wise. Just fire right up. Oh, come on. Get your head out of your ass. It'll fire right up. Uh-oh. Ah, I lost my covers. I threw it too hard. Damn, that sucks. Be right back. Strange. We're going to run it without this cover on. I haven't run this boat this season. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Whew. Something's not tuned right. Bringing her in. Let's see what's going on. Whew. Something's not right. I can tell just by the way it's running. Okay. Again, believe it or not, I think this is the first time I run it this year. I've run the other one. Let's see. That's what Chuck and Chat's all about, right? Oh yeah. Half one. I started a little bit less than 1.5. Probably fire right up on the pole now. That's odd. That thing should be firing right up. Might have an issue. Something's not right. So, let's see. Let's check the usual suspects. The carb is tight. Exhaust is tight. Plug is tight. Gas is fresh. Everything is fine. So, my guess, this carburetor is scrunchified. Meaning, maybe when I stored it last year, I didn't have it totally clean, and it gummed up. Because there's no other reason. We got good compression. I can tell by the pull. This engine's fine. It's not an overworked engine by any stretch. Engine's nice and cool. We are getting cooling. So I'm not sure. Let's see here. Give it one more go. Interesting. That engine should be firing right up, man. Now we got nothing. Got gas. Wow. This might be a first for me ever. I brought the boat back up here. You guys saw it ran kinda, and it wouldn't get up. I had to go in full throttle, and it was going like maybe an eighth. I mean, it was terrible. it wasn't the carb. I swapped the carb thinking, oh, that's just indicative of a carburetor, right? I mean, I hadn't run it since last year. It's probably gummy. No, I checked. So I did swap that out, just automatically assuming that was not the issue. So now I have to retune the damn thing. So I thought, okay, no spark. I tested for spark. No spark. Check the coil. Dead. Swap that out. I have tons of those. Still no coil. I blew the mag. I have never, ever, in all these years, had one of these go bad without it being destroyed, like from a bad bearing or something like that, and just fucking it up. Unbelievable. I should meter this out, but it's gonna read open, I'm sure. But crazy. Now, boom, one fires right up. One pull. Watch. Totally the issue. So now we'll take it back down to the water a little bit, and I will lean it out, and we'll get on with it. Right, we're back a couple hours later. Nice, calm, sticky water. No wind out here whatsoever. No waves whatsoever. That's fine. So we're gonna have to get this motor warmed up, and then we'll give her a quick tuning. And you can tell my water is so low. You see where the beach is really, really smooth. That's usually where the water line's at. You can see the Swan looks like it's really close this way and this way. It's because the water's so low. So we're going to fire this thing up. We're just going to pull start it, see if it fires up. It should. Just get her warmed up, then we'll tune her up. Oh yeah. Ooh, lost Jason. All right. So we need to get Jason before we kill him, running him over, and we're going to go ahead and lean out both of them. My idle's a little low, but I also had to reset that, so we're going to bring our throttle up just a touch. It's steaming from the water, so I'm going to go get Jason because I really don't feel like reprinting that. I will hit it with the boat, and we'll get the water out of here, have some fun. Jason's sitting in the rescue boat. We're going to give her a little bit on the high end, a little tiny bit on the low. With the 1048 carbs, like I always say, I usually started a little bit leaner than a turn and a half in, or out, I should say. So seat the needles all the way, back them out about a turn and a half, maybe a little bit leaner, but around turn and a half, and then dial it lean from there, and you usually can't go wrong with that. Now, one thing I should do is put Expo on the steering because it's really wild. Try not to hit buoys. Now, I have my trim set up to have that heavy Jason on the back. That's why it looks like it's running a little bit wet. This boat's awesome. So now what we're going to do, we'll dial it in a little bit more. Now, I'm guessing I probably sucked in some water because I didn't even drain the water out of it from last run, and I meant to do that. And you can see water in the carb makes for a bad day at the zoo. Yeah, probably what it was. So, what you can do at this point is we can lean that a little bit more. If it doesn't gain any speed, all right? Yeah, got some water in there. If it doesn't gain any speed, that means you're topped out. Back it off a couple degrees on the high speed. You don't want to run it too lean and bust it up. Okay. Now I'm going to bring that low down, richen that back up a touch, and lean this out a touch, just a little bit more. Let's see if it gets any more speed. If it doesn't, fair play. Probably won't. That seems pretty quick for this boat. Need to adjust them turn fit or trim tabs a little bit. Throttle response is real good. Oh, these things are actually, look at the steam coming out of there. That's from catching water. These things are remarkably stable. I know it looks crazy, and yes, I could adjust those trim tabs a lot and take some of the crazy out. But I kind of like the crazy. I think skiffs that's what makes skiffs fun. I don't want to drive like a cracker. Crackers are a lot more stable, if you will. Our trusty rescue boat. But I swamped it. I didn't swamp it, but I got water in it. And when you get a lot of water in your boat, yeah, it can keep going, but when it splashes around, you get it in the carb. Yeah, you know, that happens. So we can run it with the covers on. I kind of like it where it's at. It did gain a little bit of speed, but I don't think it's going to get much more. So I think we'll just leave it where it's at. I think it'll be plenty in the right directions. Okay. Yeah, ton of water in there. And that's what happens when you don't run with covers on. Okay. A lot of water in that pig. All right. So we're gonna put all the covers on, just have a little bit of fun. And I might go look for my missing boat too. But we're gonna go ahead and just have a little fun run with it now. Just nice and maybe not even full speed. Take the turns nice and see if we can get Jason. Jason needs, he's pretty heavy. Probably needs a little bit stronger of a magnet. I only have one on the back. I have two in the front. No big deal. Not a big deal. So I think this is a really interesting day for the fact of I've never had one of those coils fry like that. So strange. So strange. And you guys saw it in the beginning. It was running, but never got wide open. It was almost like there was resistance in that coil or something. I don't know. Never seen that before. Look, there's a lot of water in this boat. Now, believe it or not, what I have found with skiffs is they tend to run better with some chop. This boat, if I have some good ripple, things like that, it actually runs more stable than without. With this thin water, it's not so great. All right, so we're gonna run the rest of this out. Just have a little bit of fun. That's what it's all about, right? See if I can keep my covers on, which is basically gonna mean not doing stupid turns. But I'm just gonna have a little fun. Our bowling ball launcher. These also work really good for draining it. When you flip the boat upside down, let the water run up, drains right out. It's awesome. Plenty of water coming out. I'm only going to about 3/4. See that little wobbling back and forth it does in the straights? When you've got some chop, that wobble goes away. But what y'all need to do is watch how the real ones run. Type in Jersey Speed Skiff on YouTube and watch the real ones, they drive the exact same way. I'm just having fun. It's actually running pretty dry. Favorite boats, man. I love these things with a passion. Love them. I think it looks so cool in the water too. I think this boat handles amazing, actually. You got to keep on top of it, though. It's not like a rigger or something where you can just floor it and don't worry till the turn. You got to watch these things all the time. So when you let off the power, then goose it in the turn, it turns really cool. Watch. See, it almost does like a peel out. And that's how you want to turn these. You've got to take the throttle off, and when you start the turn, then maybe about halfway through the turn, goose it or give it more gas. Try not to hit those buoys. And turning left always is fun. So we'll do another turn. See? Give it a little gas, it'll whip its butt around. It's a flat bottom boat. It doesn't hook a whole lot. Yeah, it could actually be running a little drier, believe it or not. Get that nose up a little bit more. These skiffs are so awesome. Lost the hatch. Lost the hatch. I don't want to hit it. I don't know where it's at. I'm just fucking around now. See if we can flip it. It's actually hard to flip this boat. And there you go. I think we're probably out of gas, and I need to go find my cover. So, kids, until that is my Insane, literally the model brand, the Insane Jersey Speed Skiff. They are pretty much all the same. Gonna try that one from Rattlesnake RC or whoever that is. Love that. I want to try one that seems like a really good price, and they're a reputable bunch, and I've never tried any of their hulls. Definitely want to do that Skiff next. Like I said, this is probably last season for this one. I'll probably beat on them for a while, maybe take them off the jump. Kidding. But just do some crazy shit like I was just doing, and just have some fun with it until it dies. And then maybe this winter buy one of them from the new Skiffs. I've tried, like I said, I've tried the Rico. The Rico's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. The Insane, if you don't mind the shipping, which is insane. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You can dial these in. So got more positive on that strut. Get the nose up so she runs a little bit drier, but put your tabs down a little bit so it's a little bit more stable in the steering if that's what you like. But in my opinion, if that's how you're going to set up a Skiff, you should probably just drive a cracker, because that's basically what it's going to run like. I like the crazy, and when you get a little bit of ripple, like right now, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the wind picked up a touch, not much. We got a tiny little bit of ripple, and the boat was actually running better. Awesome, awesome machine. So I'm gonna go get this guy, find my hatch. It is floating, no big deal. And until the next time, kiddos, keep dry side up, which we did. See you later, bye. A little bit of bonus footage. Got the boat in the boat. There's the hatch. This is why you always pour foam pour foam. You always put pour foam on your hatch. It sucks when you lose something like this. A friend of mine in the group bought a skiff off of a guy locally where he lives, I think, for like $40. He bought this hull, and it looks pretty cool. Problem is, it's missing both the hatches, and I think the guy just lost him when he was moving or something, because I don't think the boat was ever finished out, because it was a raw hull and all that stuff. But my buddy, he got it for $40. He can make some hatch. He could 3D print the fucking things or do whatever. So yeah. So the bonus footage here is just for fun. A while back, I built one of my famous 6S riggers out of the Nitro rigger from Zip Kits, and I built like 5 of these things. And super fast. They're basically, I think I was building those maybe before Joe even had a 6S version, the 33. I can't remember. But anyway, I buy the Nitro ones, and I put a 6S setup in them, and it barely fits, and they frickin' fly. And I think I've built 3 or 4 of them, and I've sold them all. Because I get the courage to have one for a while, and then I sell it, and I build another one. You know how it is. And on my maiden run, this was a group build with the guys in the group. On the maiden run, I sunk it, brand new, and I knew it. I knew it when I put it in the water for the maiden that it was not buoyant enough, because I used a really big, well, bigger than I'm used to, TP motor that I got off my buddy JJ Horvath a long time ago, a year or 2 ago, and it was a huge motor. I can't remember the exact size, but I'm like, yeah, that'll work, because I'm an idiot. Yeah, it worked all right, and some power's still on. So that's interesting. I'm getting transmitters on the ground. So yeah, anyhow, so I had this huge TP motor in there and a huge 6S 5,000 milliamp battery, and the boat was going stupid fast. It wasn't dialed in yet at all, and I hit a wave. It literally broke the ski off. It was going really fast. It was flying. Broke the ski off, went upside down, fucking sunk. And it sunk over here. I don't think it's this far out. This far over this way. But yeah, and it sunk. And it went like this. Because the sponsons are lying, they're full of foam inside, right? So we know that's okay. So it's probably sitting on the bottom, ass end up like this. And I think it sunk right around where I'm at right now. But as you can see, this water has a lot of silt. This lake has a ton of silt in the bottom of it, like rotten leaves and things like that. And my cousin just got done skiing, and you get one little wave in this lake, and you lose visibility for like a day. Even snorkeling, scuba, whatever, you got a mask on, don't fucking matter. And it's been underwater now for a month. So, brand new 6S battery, TP motor, pretty expensive rig, ESC, brand new boat, wicked paint job too, and yeah, just goodbye. So if the water gets any lower before it freezes, which it's gonna get real low, and once they stop skiing, I probably will find it. It probably will poke through the surface, or at least be clear enough for me to find it. So that's what we're doing right now, just kind of looking. I biffed it right after this turn, so I think it is actually back there. But here's the other kick in the head. It's probably floating. Nope, see, hitting ground. See that silt? That's how shallow the water is right now. Probably, if it wasn't so mucky, you could probably walk across it. Actually, I'll probably hit it with the prop. So what probably has happened, though, since it's floating, it's probably in a semi-buoyant state. And the problem is, we've had a couple of ski tournaments. My cousins ski twice a day, and there's always current. And when there's wind, you know how that shit rolls. It might not be here. It might be at the other end. So I think I came out here swimming after it countless times. Never found it. Tried using a fish finder. That didn't work, just because there's too many fish in this lake, honestly. I take my youngest daughter fishing all the time, and we'll catch 50 fish in 45 minutes. So, I mean, it's literally that stocked. So you can't tell the fish from anything else. I thought I could literally just swim and find it, but used a mask, no visibility, couldn't do it. So I just figured water's pretty shallow. I haven't explored for a while. I was just going to give it a go. Here's my house. Yeah, I don't know, man. Whatever. We'll find it someday. I just thought it'd be really fun to do a review. It's like, here's a brand new 6S battery. Literally brand new. It was the first run. Let's see how waterproof your freaking ESCs really are when they've been underwater for a month. And we're not talking super, super deep water here. We're talking, when it sunk, 10 feet. Now, probably 4 or 5. Now, if I went swimming for it, I might be able to touch it somehow. But anyway, that's the bonus footage. Nothing exciting. Just thought that'd be kind of funny to share. Be careful. And I knew, guys, as soon as I put the fucking boat in the water at the beach there to do the maiden, the back end was like really heavy. It wasn't sinking, but I thought, shit, if I get any water in this boat, it's, one more little ounce of weight, this thing is going to be down with Davy Jones, and sure as shit. Yeah, you can see all that crazy driving without the hatch. We got a fair amount of water in there. Good old Skiffs, man. Fucking love them. Love Jason. Alright, so until the next time, there's some lame-ass bonus footage. Nothing exciting. Until the next time, my kiddos, keep dry side up. That was a fun chuck and run. We will do the backlash also this week. We'll put a new fin on it and a different prop. See if we can get that thing to mellow out a little bit. I really kind of wanted to wait with that one to get the buoys out, because it's a lot more fun driving those hydros without buoys everywhere. They're just so fast. Anyway, so till then, kids, bye.